Da da dee, da da da. Da, da, dee, da, da, da. Oh, hello there. Is that you? Oh, wow, it is you. Hi, today we're going to be doing the Tenet Spirex. I could have sworn on my life I did a Tenet Spirex video. I even thought I had done 2 Tenet Spirex videos. But then I went and looked through and I was like, wait a second. I have no Tenet Spirex videos, or at least I couldn't find any. So I guess I haven't done one. And this is one of my favorite secondary weapons in the game. It is so very satisfying, fun, and effective. And so I was like, you know what? We need more people using this weapon. So we're going to do a Tenet Spirex video. And here we are. Now, the Tenet Spirex is a pistol that shoots like pistols usually do. It is a Tenet weapon, obviously, because it's in the name, Tenet Spirex. It's an exclusive to the Tenet weapons, right? It doesn't have a normal variant. There's only the Tenet version. And it's very similar to the Seer, right? Like the Kuva Seer. I think it's, yeah, the Seer is the right weapon. Very similar, just kind of like the Tenet version of it. So let's look at the base stats for it. It has a 2.33 fire rate, a magazine of 8, a really bad 2.4 second reload speed, low accuracy. I don't know why it's low. It honestly feels like it's got pretty pinpoint accuracy, but it says low. 26% crit chance, a 2.4 multiplier, which is pretty good. 40% status chance, which is extremely respectable for how high the crit is. 40 impact, 20 puncture, and 60 heat for a total of 120 damage on direct hit. And it does have a little AoE of 2 meters that deals 80 heat damage and only has a fall of 20%. It is not like good for AoE because of that. It's just kind of like a little bonus on top to slap onto the weapon that already, you know, is fairly decent. And because it is a Tenet weapon, a lich weapon, you can get the progenitor. And I have chosen the toxin progenitor. We are sitting at the 60% for the progenitor bonus. And there's a very good reason I have gone toxin. And I'm not going to show all of the different builds on this weapon. I want to really focus in on one specific build for this weapon that I find to be really, really effective. Because you can go with other stuff. You can build this weapon for I don't know, pure slash or corrosive heat or something, or viral heat. But that's not what I want to do. I want to build this for gas, which is why I have toxin. Now, if we have toxin and it combines with the base heat, it makes gas without needing any other elements on it. So we don't need to go any elemental mods to build for gas. And now you can see we are sitting at 192 total damage on the upfront damage and 128 on the explosion with pure gas, or at least pretty much pure gas. And that is exactly what we want. That extra gas AoE on top of the little AoE it has makes for some pretty good AoE damage. And there's some other interesting things about this, like the unique trait, landing a headshot increases reload speed by 25% for 4 seconds, stacking up to 2 times. So that's 50% reload speed to help with the horrendous base 2.4 second reload speed. So that's nice. And other than that, it has multiplicative gun CO. Because it does not affect AoE gun CO in general, it's not going to apply to the AoE portion of this weapon's damage, which makes up about 1/3 of its damage. Though that's not really going to matter too much since a lot of the damage is upfront anyways, and the little AoE doesn't do a ton. And the damage is good at base anyways, so, you know, gun CO only applying to the upfront part of it doesn't, hurt it in any meaningful way, at least. Now, the main build I wanted to focus on, that I was saying I wanted to, is this right here. It looks kind of expensive, yes, but it's also not really, because you don't need primed pistol ammo mutation. Disgusting. And you don't need galvanized crosshairs. I just like it here because it's kind of funny, okay? But this is entirely optional, so run whatever you want in this slot. The rest is important, though. Now, there's a soul zoom in, so focus, I don't know, words help me here. Our goal with this thing is a lot of DOT. Now, another interesting fact about this weapon is that it has forced impact procs. Yes, forced impact and low fire rate, you know what that means. Hemorrhage. Impact status effects have a 35% chance to apply a slash status, and this is doubled when the fire rate is below 2.5. And we're below 2.5, so that's a 70% chance for a slash on every shot because it's forced impact procs. That's pretty awesome. It's a lot of damage. And we can also step this up and make it even spicier. In the Jade Shadows update, we got new mods in the Elementalist mod and the Cannonade mods for semi-automatic weapons. Semi-pistol Cannonade, only compatible with semi-automatic weapons. Fire rate cannot be modified, and it's plus 300% damage. This is the same multiplier as Hornet Strike, right? So it's 80% higher than Hornet Strike's damage bonus. And plus 1.5 punch through. So this gives us punch through for even more AoE on the weapon to hit more enemies. And it locks the fire rate. What's interesting about Cannonade mods is that it makes it so the fire rate can't go up or down, regardless of what mods are on the weapon or what buffs you get from teammates or yourself or Warframes. So if I have this here and I slap on Lethal Torrents, it's still 2.33. But then if I go and I slap on the crit mod that reduces our fire rate creeping bullseye, would you look at that? It's still 2.33. Now this is good in more than one way. It's good because then we can run creeping bullseye without nuking our fire rates. Very nice. And even more important than that, we can't gain fire rate. And the reason that's good is that way we always get the double slash chance on hemorrhage. Because if you get a buff like your teammate is Wisp, she gives you a fire rate buff, bam, you're screwed. You just halved your chance for slash procs. That's highly unfortunate. But with Cannonade, that's never going to happen. You will never have to worry about a teammate screwing your fire rate over and not getting the slash procs. Plus, you get a huge amount of damage and punch through on the weapon. So that's pretty snazzy. Now, to continue, right, like Semi-Pistol Cannonade for those reasons, Hemorrhage for those reasons, Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot, of course, Creeping Bullseye, Prime Target Cracker for crit chance, crit damage, Pistol Elementalist because the reload speed is extremely nice on this weapon since it has such horrible reload speed. That in combination with the trait helps a lot. And more importantly, Pistol Elementalist for 90% status damage, which is multiplicative to something like Cannonade or Hornet Strike. And we're doing lots of gas and slash procs, so that's extremely nice. Galvanized Shot because it's multiplicative and the stats chance is nice. Galvanized Crosshairs because, I mean, well, more crit chance is nice and it's funny, and then we're going to be able to get guaranteed critical hits, so that's nice. Again, not needed. If you want to run something else in this slot, you very, very much can. I don't really know what I would run in there personally instead of it. Not quite sure, but I'm sure you can think of something like maybe a, crap, what is it called? This mod right here, Bane mods. I hate them. Wish they didn't exist, but it's a thing, and it double dips on DOTs. So you can run a Bane mod here instead. That'll be higher damage, but I hate Banes, and we're going to pretend they don't exist. Then, for the X list, run whatever you want. I don't feel like the recoil is bad, so you don't need steady hands. Sometimes I run out of ammo. Very rarely, but if I do, Prime Pistol Ammo Mutation or normal Pistol Ammo Mutation can be nice. It is a projectile, so Lethal Momentum can be nice if you want that instead. Whatever you feel like it, you don't even have to unlock it. Honestly, you probably can just not even use the X list slot. Pretend it's not there. Then finally, we have the Arcane slot. Now, you can go all in on damage on this if you want, right? You could go, say, Merciless, even though it's annoying to keep up, but it does give extra reload speed. We already have a ton of reload speed, though, and I don't like Merciless very much. You could go Deadhead. This is going to give a headshot multiplier, so more multiplicative damage bonus, yes please. And it's also pretty easy to keep up, but you can get headshot kills with the upfront damage. You can get headshot kills with gas cloud procs, and this also, gas can get headshots, so this is going to give a multiplicative damage bonus to the gas procs too. But we also have slash, and if an enemy dies to slash, we can't get headshot kills. It's not a big deal most of the time. Like, Deadhead's still going to work most of the time in my experience, but it is something to at least consciously recognize that that may be a thing. So if you get a headshot kill or what you thought was a headshot kill and you're like, what the crap, it might have died to slash. And this is going to give us more than double our damage if we ran this. But do we really need more damage? I don't think so. Instead, I like Secondary Fortifier. This is going to give us 8 times damage to Overguard specifically, eviscerating it. And also letting us siphon overguard, okay? We shoot an enemy, melt their overguard, we get overguard. And now I'm practically invincible. That's what we like to see. So we will be running Fortify here because the damage, you'll see, it's good. Now, we have nothing affecting our damage on our Warframe, as you can see, and no companion. If I need to prime them with viral, I have my Bubonico as well, and if I need to group them because we have gas, we have Tells Boltus. Now let's shoot these guys. If I shoot this guy, no buffs built up at all, okay? This is just the weapon itself right now. That's pretty good damage for not having any buffs built up yet. And now we do have our buffs built up. Now we're going to be getting that multiplicative gun CO. And everything's going to start dying faster. See? Pretty good damage. And because we have lots of gas clouds and we have punch through, if we shoot down the line... I missed that second shot. Don't worry about it. I'm totally not in doo-doo water at this game. See, everything's going to be taking some pretty hefty damage. This is without any armor strip. This is without any viral procs. This is without a bunch of statuses because we have multiplicative gun CO, so getting a bunch of status procs is going to give us an ungodly amount of bonus damage. This is without grouping. The reason I'm pointing this all out is there is a million ways to make this damage get higher. So if we reset these guys, and then we add in something as simple as viral procs, which is unbelievably easy to get in this game. Also magnetic procs too, I guess, technically, because it's on the weapon. Well, now, one shot. That's all it takes. One shot and they're dead. Do you see this? Do you see this damage? This is with Fortifier on, okay? Like, we could slap Deadhead on and be doing, like, 2.5 times more damage. Easily. But why? 682,000 on a slash proc. Are you kidding me right now? Then, you know, if we want to get extra kinky, no viral procs this time. Let's just slurpy derpy group them up real quick, okay? That's not hard to do. Grouping's a pretty easy thing to get in this game. That's one shot, say 3 shots. That should be pretty good, you know. That's some pretty good damage there. A whole mag should eviscerate them, though. Mostly. I'd say that's pretty good. Look at all the damage they're taking. I like this weapon. I like this weapon a lot. And then, of course, you know, if you went with the absurd amount of crazy damage that you would be getting from grouping plus viral, they're all just gonna die. Like so. Very snazzy. The weapon looks cool, it sounds cool, it performs well, and you can easily put on Fortifier to make yourself borderline invincible because the damage is already so high that why would you need more? Let's go into a mission and show it, even though it's kind of pointless, because, I mean, this thing's going to kill everything regardless, but hey, let's go do it. Hello, here we are in the mission, already farming all of these guys, doing a lot of damage. Nautilus being, you know, amazing as always because grouping is absurdly overpowered with gas, and then, you know, priming with viral, very delicious. Everything's getting deleted. God, I love this fucking weapon. Very, very, very good. Now, something that is going to be really nice in a bit when the Acolyte shows up is the little bit of AoE, because projectile AoE damage ignores Acolyte damage attenuation, right? Which is like, you know, basically really complicated but really insane damage reduction they have. And, well, we have a portion of our damage is AoE, and this is a projectile weapon, so we can actually do some pretty insane damage to Acolytes as well. We can melt them just fine. So this weapon can kill big groups of enemies. This weapon can kill big tanky enemies. This weapon can kill Acolytes. This weapon can keep you alive if there's actually eximus to shoot. I don't know how the hell there's been 0 eximus this entire mission so far. I've not even been able to get overguard because eximus aren't spawning. Very strange. Oh, I don't think eximus spawn until like 5 minutes into a mission. Maybe that's why. Yeah, actually, never mind. I'm just dumb. This is a very funny corridor right here. Like, I'm just sitting in this doorway shooting stuff, and it's just dying and getting sucked in over and over and over, and just dying and sucking and dying and getting sucked over and over and over. Very, very delicious. I highly recommend trying this weapon out, especially if you like the feel of big PP damage pistols. Hey, there we go. I finally saw an Eximus, and then I lost Beauregard fast because he did big damage. Not that it really matters, but, you know, if there were a bunch of Eximus, you could just always get Overguard. And when gas procs hit an Eximus, every tick against the Overguard is going to siphon it and give it back to you, so you can, like, sort of abuse the overguarding gate mechanic. Look, I'm not even gonna shoot the Acolyte. I want him to walk into the gas clouds and die to them. Look at that. I didn't even shoot the Acolyte, okay? I didn't shoot that guy even once. We just shot the enemies around the Acolyte, and he just fell over dead. That's pretty funny. This thing is so strong. God, I love this weapon. Tenet Spirex is one of those, you know, hidden gems. Not many people know about its craziness, but the people that do, oh, they do. They know. This thing will take you through the star chart, the steel path, the level cap, even level cap, all the way up to level cap. This thing will eviscerate any enemy that you are fighting with very, very little effort. Or at least in my experience, that is the case. If that doesn't happen with you, then A, you built it wrong, or B, you're absolute horseshit at the game. Get good. I probably offended people with that. I really hope so. Got him. I mean, what? I would never say something like that. And Vor, why are you hugging my balls right now? That's right. Get out of my face, you little disgusting Grenier man. Nobody loves you. And he didn't even drop a toxin mod. I'm just gonna, like, yee my way to extraction while we cut straight to the orator now, and we have, you know, them closing thoughts. Big whoa. Well, now that you've been enlightened to the way, hopefully you will give this thing a fat try. Don't even need to max out that progenitor bonus. I just get a toxin. Doesn't matter if it's low. Just get a toxin progenitor, build this funny gas slash, and have fun, I guess. Not really much else to it. Very straightforward, very delicious, and not too difficult to make the build, or at least I'd say it wouldn't be difficult. I mean, secondary fortifier, very easy to farm, very easy to get this, very easy to get this, very easy to get this. Hemorrhage is actually pretty easy. I swear I've got like 20 of them from doing Railjack, although I guess some people hate Railjack. Galvanized diffusion isn't too hard to get. Prime target cracker, you are going to want to get this. This might be a little expensive, but galvanized crosshairs, replace that with whatever you want. Very, very delicious weapon. I love it. And even though it's normally single target, it's not single target because we got gas and we got the little bit of AoE on it, and we've got the punch through from Cannonade. So this single target quotation marks is actually pulverizing groups of enemies like they're nothing. And it's really, really sexy looking. Look at this. I really like how this weapon looks. Very, very good. Whoever designed this at DE, you deserve a cookie and a gold star. Actually, 5 gold stars. Now. That's going to do it for the weapon. If you liked the video, then leave a like and subscribe because I said so. Adios.